I have no idea what this thing is, and it's just out here in the middle of nowhere. So if any of you guys out there know what this thing is or what it's supposed to represent, go ahead and leave me a comment down below, because this one's got me a little bit stumped. It looks like it had a wooden post in it, like a clay marker, but it's just too solid. It's like solid concrete and rock, granitic rock. Looks like somebody was trying to dig up underneath it. Maybe they thought something's buried under here. But like I said, leave me a comment if you know what this thing is. Look at that. There's a building here. You can see the foundations, because a lot of times they would put their food and preserves in an underground area to keep them cool, because underground it's always what, 65 to 70 degrees. Look at that. That's what they used to eat off of. It's like an old pie pan. Nice, huh? Imagine the stories this place could tell. There's the floorboards right here. See this? That's the floorboards. Ooh, I wonder if there's any coins down there. You imagine the stories that these walls could tell if they could talk? Over 120 years of history right here. This is supposedly the base camp for all the mines that are up in those hills right there. And they were producing native gold 2 ounces per ton on average. And it's all hosted in, it's porphyry granite. It's got huge phenocrysts in it. Now we're trying to figure out how to get up to the mine. Of course the road, the switchback, is just barely big enough for somebody to walk on. I don't know how they found this outcrop, because this thing's on the side of a mountain. Take a look. There's one of the mines. There's 4 mines up there. And then there's a chute, a loading chute. You can see the part of the switchback up there on the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the drone and fly it up there so you guys can see exactly what's up there and if it's worth going up there. I got a couple portals right here. Looks like somebody wasn't happy with the U.S. government's work. Wow, look at that. They just cut that thing clean off. Holy cow. Look at that. Yeah, they cut it off. And you can see the locks that they use on these things. That's the lock right in there. Oh yeah, we can fit in there, no problem. Look at this big old honk-a-monk of quartz vein right here. You see it? Oh, isn't that beautiful? And like I said, you'll see quartz veins everywhere out here. It's just monstrous. And this was their base camp. And look, I got an outcropping over there. I bet you somebody's been dropping shafts there too. Now this looks like it was the main shaft. Obviously, you can see where I have the runners here for the head frame to sit on. There's the shaft itself. There's the collar. There's the lagging right here. Ooh, that's soft. There's the lagging. And then of course there's your first set right there. These are called end plates, and the one that goes across here is called a wall plate. Now the neat thing about understanding how the mine shafts are built is it'll give you an idea of which way the drifts go. Since the head frame is going this direction, that means the drifts are 90 degrees of the head frame. Now I know there's all different situations where you can have some coming directly off, but for the most part, if you see a head frame sitting in this direction, that means the drifts are running off this direction. If you look right down there, you'll see that there's another gate which ties in with the shaft, and those over there all tie in with this shaft right here because they're running in line with this wall plate. But you can see that there was a quartz vein right here that they dropped the shaft into. Now on the smaller portals, you'll notice that there is no locking gate. They only put it on the larger ones. And look at this. This ties right in with the main shaft. See that? Nice. All right, let's do an official rock test. See how deep she is. Ooh. Can you imagine living out here? And up on the hill there, you don't see it yet. I'll get some better shots. But I've got some huge, I mean, just massive quartz veins that are running lateral through this mountain. There's an outcrop right up there. I mean, can you imagine working and living out here in July and August? Because they were out here for years working those deposits up in the hills. Man, those guys were tough as nails. I don't know how they did it. Look at this. You know what that is? That is an old water tank that's been beat to shreds. Absolutely gorgeous out here. I got a concrete pad with what looks to be a water pipe. So they might have had their tank sitting here. Or this might have been part of the assay lab, because a lot of times the assay labs are off to the side and they got concrete floors in them because of all the chemicals. But man, there's just stuff everywhere. Pieces of plate. Look at this. I got pieces of those old mason jars. I got cans everywhere, bottles. And that looks like a BLM plug to me. Yeah, I'm sure BLM was out here extensively. Yep, that's a BLM plug. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, Not too bad. Now on these BLM plugs, they've got the claim number right here on the front. And the reason why they do that is this is still open for mineral entry if you want to put a claim on it. And you're thinking, Jeff, if I put a claim on it, how the heck am I supposed to get in there? If you guys look closely at these gates, a lot of them have locks on them. Take a look. There's one right there. Do you see it? And there is another one right there. See it? And if you take the locks off, this bar will come off so you can get inside. BLM plugs everywhere out here. I got another one over here too, see it? And there's the claim number. That one's got a little depth to it. And you can take this bar off too if you take the locks off. Yeah, you can see the lock right there. It's that little, it looks like a tire lock on a wheel. You see it? And it's got one on both sides. And there's the other one. Now when you file a claim here, BLM will give you the key to it so you can have access to your claim. Oh yeah, more foundations everywhere. Look at that. And of course I got a big one up on the hill there. Well, you gotta go take a look at that one. Now this one obviously looks like a raise that came from the shaft on the other side of the hill. You can file a claim on that and get the key to remove this bar, and then you can go right inside. And it's all legal too. So you don't have to worry about BLM giving you any hassle for getting in. And if you look at the waste pile, I've got a little bit of alteration. And you can see the two different types of rock in the waste rock pile is your granitic host rock or basement rock, and this is your alteration rock. This is what they're chasing because this is going to have mineral assemblages in it. Oh, look, and there's another one over there. Oh yeah. Yeah, this one definitely ties in with the shaft. This would be the one that you'd want to get into right here. I can actually see right down into a drift. All right, we're gonna go venture over to the other mines. I'll give you some background history on those mines, and I'll teach you a little geology when we get over there. Now, I went ahead and got a nice grab samples from on the waste rock pile. You can see I got carbonates of copper. There's some beautiful malachite right there. And if you look closely, you can see the sulfides in there, locked in there, inside of that augite. I got mines way, way up on top of that mountain. And look over here. You wouldn't even notice it unless you were looking. Look what I see. Look at that. Yeah, just hiding over here. It's got a door on it. If I had to guess, it was powder storage. And there's a huge pack rat nest in there. Oh yeah, he says, come on in, Jeff. Smell some of my booty. And look, they had concrete around it. Definitely powder storage. And you can see the lock on it right there. You can see where they were using cribbing to start with, and then they put sets in. It's a decent looking shaft. All the sets look pretty good. You could probably drop this with no problem.
Wish me luck.
Good luck, nice and easy.
Are you almost there?
Yeah, another 10 feet and you're there. You're doing great.
Thank you, sweetie. Yes, I'm doing good. Just looking for the right spot for put my foot. Uh-oh.
There's my baby. Hi, sweetie. Come on down. The water's fine. You just gotta squeeze.
All right.
All right, here we go.
So move from the rope, right?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, you can walk down from here.
Okay, let's wait. All right.
All right, here we go. Might have to lay down for that one. Hi, sweetie. What's the matter? Your light's all discombobulated.
Yeah, because I had to remove this because it got stuck.
Wow, you did a really good job on that. All right, sweetie, it's all you.
All right.
Chico, ow, ow. Hi, sweetie. Up. Hi, sweetie. Right here, right here. Right there. Down. Well, this is altered andesite and hydrothermally altered, and it's our hanging wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to open this up. I'm gonna work with the natural joints that are in the rock to try to pry this away, and then give us more room to get back into where the native gold is, all that specimen gold. The footwall looks like it might be a little much. I might be able to have better luck because you see these joints. You might have luck with prying this away. So that's what we're gonna do. Shouldn't I be wearing eye protection? Wow, that's all gold. Look at that, just rocked it forward and there's all gold in the back. A lot of gold. Just sitting on the top. Hold on, let me pan this back for you. Look at that. Look at that, that's all gold. All load gold from a couple handfuls. That's incredibly rich.
What is that?
Oh yeah!
Now don't forget, at the end of every month, we give away a brand new Gold Monster 1000 metal detector. It looks something like this. And not only that, we give away bags and bags of pay dirt from our drift mine. It looks like this. And each bag comes with its own silver bar. Now, if this sounds like something you want to be involved with, all you got to do is look for the little icon at the end of the video that looks something like that. Go ahead, click on it, make a $10 pledge, and you're in like Flynn. And of course, as always, smash that like button, smash it hard, and I'll see you on the next video.